By Jackie Bannon and Michael Cleary, and I'm delighted Jackie and Michael join me in the studio. You're very welcome indeed. How are you doing?
Oh, good. Thank you, Tommy.
Couldn't be better.
I'm multitasking here. I'm clicking over from myself to yourself. Come here, both of you are from County Fermanagh.
County Fermanagh.
Yes. I'm from Enniskillen. Michael, you're from Beleek.
Tell us a little bit about how long have you been gigging together? I know, because I've seen a few of your posts up, and I know we'll talk about your video now later on, but how long have you been gigging together?
It was actually November 2019 we got together before COVID.
Yeah.
We had we were practicing and doing our wee bit and getting some gigs, and then the next thing COVID set in and everything stopped, and then it started again and stopped and started, so it was very annoying. But it all turned out well. We did some recordings and practiced more, and then the gigs started flowing. COVID sort of wee bit undercover then. We didn't hear much about it for everything opened up then, you know what I mean?
And tell me, before the COVID, were you gigging separately?
We were, yeah. Well, Michael, I was doing my own thing. For years I was singing in pubs and parties and just a one-piece act, doing just middle of the road stuff, not country. It was everything. I was on the Glór Tíre 10 years ago.
Oh yeah.
I was a semi-finalist, and I've been always singing, but different other bits of groups and over the years, and recording and writing some stuff and recording it, and yeah, and Motown and you name it, everything I was singing.
But you know, I had
church singing too.
I had a few people up over the last couple of weeks, and we were talking about Glór Tíre, and you know, you don't really have to win it. You get good exposure from it, you know, because if you're seen on it, and because I find that especially artists from the north of Ireland, they mightn't get as many votes as the people out here in the south do, you know. But it's still good exposure. You never tried Glór Tíre, Michael, did you?
No, I never tried it, Tom.
How long are you in the business yourself, Michael?
Now, I really don't want to go into that, Tom, because it's been quite a while in it, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm still enjoying it, and I intend to keep at it until the light goes out.
Come here, there's been some change in the music over the last, not just 5 years, but in the last 10 years, hasn't there?
Yeah, big time, yeah. Well, Michael, who has always done the social dance scene, and I only joined him in 2019 doing it, and of course, after COVID, it never recovered really that well. And yeah, Michael always talks about the great times, and I'm afraid that hasn't come back yet. You know, with the social dancing. But
the social dancing, it's doing better than, you know, the bands. A lot of the bands now have died off, isn't it?
Correct. That is true. It is true. But Michael, you would have seen much bigger, better venues and crowds going to them, and it's hard work, even the people running them.
Yeah. Is it mainly around your own home place that you would do it in Enniskillen?
No, where you go, Michael? I'm doing all the talking.
You're good at the talking, Jackie.
No, honestly, Tommy, when we're on stage, I don't get a word in edgeways. He's doing all the talking, and then when we're here and having this interview with you, he's very quiet.
Because I'm very backward, Tommy. Yeah, we do quite a bit for Fermanagh. We're doing the most of all the dancing venues. Social dancing venues in Fermanagh.
Yeah. Have you done Donegal at all?
We do, I'll tell you, with Logs and Cranford, we come down to Cranford, and you know, I just want to mention, there's a thing coming off in Buncrana on the 31st of May. You know, it's a fundraising thing.
Oh, right. What's that in aid of?
Well, a very, very good friend of ours passed away from Fanet. And the son is doing a walk out in the... it's out foreign anyway, but he's doing a walk. It's something that him and the dad had planned to do.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the dad passed away, and
that's sad.
We're going to do this.
Is it going to be held in the Lake of Shadows?
At Lake of Shadows.
Yeah, that's a good... They do social dancing up there. I know they did on either a Monday night or a Saturday night.
Yeah, it's I think this is Saturday night that's taking place.
Jackie got very quiet all of a sudden, didn't you? And
I just wanted Michael to be able to finish what he was saying. Didn't mind interrupting.
Would you have had any influences, Jackie, growing up? Any particular singers or either American or Irish that you'd have kind of looked up to?
Yeah, well, I mean, as a child, we were all familiar with the radio or wireless. I was after the wireless bit. It was the radio. And yeah, it was always on. And I mean, you heard all those great songs. I mean, I can remember Rock and Roll and Rain. You know that one? Rock and Roll. Yeah, all those songs.
You must be nearly as old as me.
Oh, older.
Well, all those songs. Yeah. I heard, and as it grew older, the 70s. I loved this music in the 70s. I mean,
yeah, hard to beat the 70s.
Yeah, and the 80s weren't bad either. It was after that I sort of wasn't as interested in listening to radio as in that kind of modern stuff. But country, yes, I like country. I liked everything. I grew up on probably country Irish music, especially the Irish stuff. With Scower and all the competitions we were involved in, and church singing and funerals and weddings, and done all those things. And I suppose, I really liked Barbara Streisand and all those singers when I was growing up. And I know they weren't country, but, there was some
I'm the
great
same,
singers.
One of my favourite female singers of all time was Karen Carpenter.
Oh, mine too, yeah, lovely.
Karen Carpenter, she was good.
Oh,
there's another thing I must just ask you about. You were just telling me off air there that the song I just played there, that duet you did, was a reggae song, and Michael arranged it into country. Michael, tell us a little bit about that. How did you come across that song in the first place?
On the internet, just was heard, and then I listened to it, and I said to myself, there's a lovely melody to that song, and I said if we could just change it around and put a bit of steel guitar and just put the necessary country instruments into it, and myself and Jackie we had a go with it, and it's working well for us.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can do with old songs. Whether they were country or whether they were whatever. You can rearrange them, because I know that who was it? Somebody recently was telling me, Liam McLaughlin was up with me a couple of weeks ago, and he was saying, a lot of the new young singers that are coming out now, they're doing covers of songs that like Derek Ryan or Nathan Carter or somebody, guys who are on the scene.
Yeah.
Whereas there's that many good songs out there that you could do if you just talked about it.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah. And it's nice to take a song and sort of make it your own and have it, just rearrange it, not just, as you say, a cover version of a song. It's nice to give it a bit.
I like to. I'm big into the American country. I love, like Buck Owens would have been May.
Oh, I heard about it.
George Jones,
Haggard.
That they would be in May.
Yeah.
I just love doing
it's
their
funny,
stuff.
As I was telling you off here a few minutes ago, I was sitting here last week and I was saying when I seen Beyonce got a Grammy for album of the year. Even the new pop country artists that are out at the moment who do all the pop stuff, even they were shaking in their boots saying, how did she get that? It's amazing, isn't
How did she get it?
You tell me. Claire, I believe you had a gospel album out as well, hadn't you? Did I see that you had a gospel album?
How did you know that?
Oh, how do I know anything? I'm telling you.
I did, yeah. Gosh, that might be, could be 6-7 years ago, yeah. Because I do so much singing, I know it's terrible, funerals, but it's nice to be part of that, sad situation and helping, in a spiritual way in at the church singing. And I just thought I'd put an album together because I would sing on a regular basis in the Gran, Father Brian Darcy out there in the Gran outside Enniskillen. So I'd be a regular singer there, just on a.
You didn't catch Jimmy Fortune when he was over here back in September. Jimmy Fortune, he's a former Statler brother, but he does a lot of gospel stuff.
Right.
He put on a super show. He did that song, the Far Bank Shores of Jordan, and Patrick Feeney had out a song called I Believe as well.
Right. Yeah, I didn't see that, but
two great songs.
Come here, you're not going away anywhere. I want to have a quick break and we'll be back again.
Okay.
No, we're not going nowhere.
Good.
It's the Highland Radio 35th Birthday Bash, and we are throwing one big party to celebrate. Join us for our birthday concert on Monday the 31st of March in the Mount Errigal Hotel with a huge lineup of stars, including Michael English, Jimmy Buckley, Patrick Feeney, Hugo Duncan, Claudia Buckley, Connell Gallen and me, David James, all accompanied by my new band. Tickets are only €30 and are on sale from the hotel reception and online at highlandradio.com and usual retail outlets. Overnight packages are also available. Let's celebrate 35 years of Highland Radio together with a special night of music.
Fast track your interest with PTSB's Interest First Fixed Term Deposit Account. The only deposit account in Ireland that gives you your interest upfront within the first month of opening your account. And with the peace of mind that your savings are secure for the future, it all comes together for a banking experience that's altogether more human. PTSB. Book an appointment today. Personal customers only. Early withdrawal and closure fees apply. Minimum deposit of €5,000 required. Terms and conditions apply. Permanent TSB PLC, trading as PTSB, is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Teachtrad ó chóirle condaí go na ngáil. Is míne chóirle condaí go na ngáil a chur a gofne dúinear Talan agus de éitir Talan. Gháil siad fragra a sa chintiú nach mín isce ag seilú má ar na baltaí móra ó na go tailte. Dean isce a helan má ar na baltaí móra dothar dífa. Agus déadú se bheith na chúis timpiste nuair atá seach ná nuair atá clábar agus chlotha in na lí áthú. Mai dheantar drinathe ar de hailte a heiceal agus canílathe planala a chólíú. Coide hééis sin leat teacht le a chuid freigrachtaí. Ba bhfuil le chóirle condaí go na ngáil, buíthe sa ggóil le bháilean phobal a bhfuil an obair seo ar fad deanta acu hana héan. Ar móra a neanú ní sábhailte dúine lig ag chóirle condaí go na ngáil.
You come to tell me something you say I ought to know, that he don't love me anymore and I'll have to let him go. You say you're gonna take him, oh, but I don't think you can, 'cause you ain't woman enough to take my man. Well, like you, they're a dime a dozen, you can buy them anywhere. For you to get to him, I'd have to move over and I'm gonna stand right here. It'll be over my dead body, so get out while you can, 'cause you ain't woman enough to take my man. Sometimes a man's caught looking at things that he don't need. It took a second to look at you, but he's in love with me. Well, I don't know where that leaves you, oh, but I know where I stand, and you ain't woman enough to take my man. Well, like you, they're a dime a dozen, you can buy them anywhere. For you to get to him, I'd have to move over and I'm gonna stand right here. It'll be over my dead body, so get out while you can, 'cause you ain't woman enough to take my man. Well, like you, they're a dime a dozen, you can buy them anywhere. For you to get to him, I'd have to move over and I'm gonna stand right here. It'll be over my dead body, so get out while you can, 'cause you ain't woman enough to take my man. No, you ain't woman enough to take my man.
I never got to meet you. You passed on years ago, but I feel as if I knew you from the stories I've been told. You may have done some wrong things, but you did a lot that's right. I'm my favorite thing you ever did is here with me tonight. So thank you, Mr. Miller, for loving your wife, the love you shared with her back then. Today has blessed my life. Your daughter's all I've dreamed of, and more than I deserve. Rest easy, Mr. Miller, I'll always cherish her. There's something that I've noticed in the pictures I've looked through. Your grandchildren you never saw sure look a lot like you, and the beauty of your blushing bride was passed on down the line. I'm sure if you were here tonight, your heart would melt like mine. Mr. Miller, for loving your wife, the love you shared with her back then. Today has blessed my life. Someday up in heaven, I want to shake your hand to say thank you, Mr. Miller. You're a mighty special man. Oh, thank you, Mr. Miller. To me, you're quite a man.
band called West of Texas, and they're actually from Los Angeles, and a track from their current album called Foolin'. And before that, you would have heard two songs from Jackie and Michael, who are my guests in the studio tonight. One was Mr. Miller by Michael, and one before that was Your Good Girl's Gonna Go Bad by... You made me woman enough.
You ain't woman enough to take my man.
We had a slight mishap, so we couldn't bring them on after the break. Jackie stood on Michael's toe, and we had to get the doctor in to fix it. Anyways, things are sorted out now again, and if you're just joining us, Jackie Bannon and Michael Cleary joining me in the studio, and Michael and Jackie gig together to do the social dancing, which is very popular. And I'm going to ask them about their new single now. You've released an old George Jones classic. You couldn't go wrong with it.
Mm-hmm. Well, Michael chose that one for me to sing because, as I say, from meeting Michael back in 2019, he was very keen to get me singing the country songs, the good American country classics. Yes.
Yes. The reason for that, I have to say, Jackie did a lot of singing in the chapel.
Yeah.
In the Grand. She's one of the lead singers about the Grand and then the Skillen. But she had a vibrato in her voice.
No harm in that.
No.
Which was good.
It's a natural thing.
Not for country. So we got
mellowed.
We got her.
It mellowed.
We got rid of the vibrato.
Coy, you're talking about things in your voice. I remember I did an interview years back with what's his name? He has a falsetto on his voice.
Yeah.
And you know who I'm talking about. He was over from Rafo a way back in the year that station charted. Slim Whitman. And somebody said, ask him about his falsetto. And I said, as a new set of teeth he's got in. But no, he was falsetto again. Woo, go up high like that. And but come here, as well as the new single out, you were working with a good friend of mine, Seamus O'Donnell, doing the video.
But I tell you, very, very professional. Both him and the son.
Seamus and Aidan.
Excellent.
Top men, aren't they?
Yeah, great to work with.
We couldn't say enough about it.
Yeah, it was
even invited us back for tea.
Oh, no better man. And Agnes is the woman who'll look after. When did you do the video?
December.
And did you do it up in Inishowen?
We did. Isn't that where he lives?
He lives up in Carndonagh, just outside Carndonagh.
It was a windy, wild day. Oh, my God.
Were you up at his house?
Yes. Oh, well, not doing the video.
Well, were you up in the house for a cup of tea?
We were.
Isn't it a lovely spot?
Don't be talking.
The view he has there. Seamus and I are great friends, you know. And
right.
He's an excellent, and he does everything. He you know, he can change old VHSs onto CD, and he's done video for different, and he worked with Ryan Turner and a lot of musicians.
Yes.
And he's a good lad, Seamus.
Yeah, no doubt.
Very easy to work with.
Talking of which, in videos and like, during the COVID thing and everything, you say you got together back in 2019, but when the COVID came, did you do any of the Facebook Live? You know, a lot of artists was doing Facebook Live.
We did go to a friend of ours, and he did a wee bit of recording on phones, and we did a few songs. They were pretty good. Teardrops Were Pennies, wasn't that one?
Yeah, that's
and
right.
then Play Me the Waltz of the Angels. There was other bits. We do sometimes bits of Christmas and things too, since that. We still get, but we didn't do it in big
Yeah, but a good friend of ours, Eugene Cunningham.
Great musician
used
too.
to play a brilliant guitarist.
Did Eugene play with Hugo Duncan at one stage?
I think he did, and he played with Jimmy Buckley for years.
And you know what? When I started out in showbiz, the show bands, when I was about 16, Eugene was the guitarist, the lead guitarist, and he had only just started, and we were very, very young. And we knew each other a couple of years back then. And so we go back a long way. Turns out then Eugene lives in walking distance from my house now. So
the social media has become very popular now for artists. You know, like a lot of independent artists in this country as well. You know, to go on Facebook, it's amazing. Like the time of the COVID, the amount of young ones that went on Facebook and got up their own fans. But as you were saying too earlier on, like the social dancing was very busy before the COVID. It's kind of coming back. And what was great about the social dancing, there's a great venue here in Milford. It goes out on a Thursday night down there in the Milroy Woods.
That's right.
But the social dancing piece on, you know, you'd have it on a Saturday and a Sunday afternoon as well for couples. And you would see a lot of couples around this county now would go to all the ones around this area, you know.
Yeah, that's right. Mulroy Woods, isn't it?
Yeah.
Used to play it years ago.
Yeah.
Done it for
was-
Paddy
it
Bradley
was-
was running.
That's right. It was the Milford Inn.
Milford Inn.
Milford Inn.
That's right.
And it
Well, we're doing okay, you know, with it, with the dancing scene and the whole gigs, because, well, we are invited back, and we do get
No, well, that's
people
not
ringing
bad.
us. We're not ringing them, and it's a good sign. And there's more people attending the gigs, and that's what you want, you know.
yeah. I'm sure you know Ali Hearn and
Yes,
Marion,
another
don't you?
neighbour of mine, another
Yeah,
neighbour
I
of
haven't-
mine.
Last time I seen Ali and Marion, it was down at they were doing an open air gig outside Bundoran for
Ah,
there
right.
was a race day on, and they were down at that,
Uh-huh.
you know.
Yeah.
But it's amazing the amount of artists that are out now, isn't it? You know, in Ireland, you know, compared to
Oh, yeah.
back in the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we've been invited to Scotland the end of March. We're going to do a few gigs there, so
Yeah.
that's something new. Strangely, I think the Tumbling Paddies and Nathan Carter are in Scotland the same weekend. So where are they all from? Enniskillen.
That's right. That's it.
We're all from Enniskillen.
Castleblaney used to be the capital of the country in Ireland, and it's in
Yeah.
Enniskillen now, isn't it?
Yeah. they're
Is
all-
Sean Lowery still up there?
Who? Sorry.
Sean Lowery, is he still based?
Oh, Sean
in,
Lockery. Yeah, he is. Isn't he,
Yeah, I
Michael? Yeah, he
I
is,
don't know whether
yeah.
he's living in Enniskillen or not, but
I know he used to have a record shop there.
oh, that's gone.
That's gone.
Oh, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's. I think the father passed away, didn't he? And
Yeah,
That's
oh,
right.
Johnny, yeah,
Yes.
Johnny passed away before Sean actually came back to Ireland, I believe.
All right. Yeah.
So, how many nights a week would you be out? Is it mainly the weekends, Saturday, Sunday, Friday,
You
Saturday?
could get Tuesday nights and Thursday nights. It just depends. You'll not get them every week, the Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, because different venues might run once a month.
Yeah,
And of course, they're limited to 12 bands a year.
Yeah.
So, but you get the rounds, you'll get the Tuesdays here and a Wednesday there. But we're happy enough we get 2 a week. But sometimes it could be 3 or 4.
coming
but
into summer,
two's nice.
I say
Two's
coming
nice.
into summer now,
Yeah.
it'll probably get a bit busier.
Yeah.
And there was something on me mind here a minute. Oh yeah, you're mentioning about going off to Scotland.
Yeah.
Do you ever go on these little things, you know, where you go a hoolie in the sun, you know, that might get
Michael has.
Michael, you know, where you might do the lounge, you mightn't be on the main stage with the big name guys, but you know,
Yes.
you get the weekend playing in the bar, the late bar.
Yes,
You
Tommy.
haven't done any of that.
I haven't done it, and I want that. So anyone
Oh
out
my
there
God.
wants a two-piece band to go to the Hoolie in the Sun or whatever, well, who the contact
It
us?
doesn't even have to be in the sun, it can be in the snow.
Oh, no, it has to be in the sun or a cruise. Oh, it's all hard work, I know, but I'd like to experience that. Michael has done all those things, but I would like to. And
here.
if I'd like to, then he'd like to, because he knows he has to come to accompany me. All right, Michael.
Oh, there you go. Come here, I'm going to let you go back to Fermanagh. We're going to play, tell us the name of the new single, or the current single. A lot of people will know what it is anyway.
Today I started loving you again.
it's an old Merle Haggard one.
Hard to beat it.
Yeah, couldn't beat it.
Come here, thanks very much for popping up this evening. in
Thank
the
you
studio
so
tonight.
much.
And thank God it's kind of a dry night. You'll get home
It
anyway.
is.
It's not
Yes.
snowing or anything like
No,
that.
nothing bad.
It's been a real pleasure.
It's been my
No.
pleasure. It's been my pleasure.
And that function that I mentioned, it's the late John Wilson from Fahan that
Great.
passed away. And that function's coming up on the 31st of May.
Might take a run up to it myself
You
and
know.
see you there.
So hopefully we'll have a good crowd that night. It's for a very, very good cause.
Well, here's Jackie and Michael.